looked at me with this look in his eyes like I had never seen before. But I kept dying. And it was like after so many times of them trying to revive me, they just gave up.
I didn't expect you home so soon, but I have something I've gotta say. I've been thinking about things for a while now. This ain't start today.
Hi guys, it's your girl Reese, and I am back for another story time. If you are new to my channel, hey girl, what's up my boy? And if you are not, you're a returning OG, you already know the vibes. Be sure to like this video because it helps to push us out into the YouTube algorithm, because you know it can be kind of janky. Share this video because sharing is caring, and I care about you, so care about me too. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that post notification bell so that way you're notified every time my pretty ass face come across your screen. Now that we got all the formalities out the way, I know you saw the title and you like, Reese, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the tea. Now, just like the title says, I'll be, giving you guys a story time about the very first time that my husband beat me. And it's been quite some time since it's happened, but it's still not an easy subject for me to talk about just because of, how I am. And if you know me personally, then you'll understand why. And if you don't, then you'll understand why later on in this video. How can I start? So I haven't told this story to anyone before. I just figured it's time. It's 2024 and, why not? Okay, so it was, I want to say 2017, quite some time ago. For those of you guys who don't know, my husband and I have been together dating since we were 14. We're married now and we have 4 children. It was my high school sweetheart, the only man I've ever loved. And in that, being together for as long as we've been together, you grow up together. You do your first together. You learn each other, what works, what doesn't work, what makes you tick, what doesn't. And we moved in together I'm not going to say quite fast because we were, dating when we were 14, of course, which if that's what you can call dating, puppy love, all that good stuff. And we had our first child, our daughter, when I was 18 and he was 20. And, there's a lot of firsts that happens when it comes to that, and you're kids and you're still navigating the highways and byways of a relationship, and mistakes are made and, all that good stuff. And, we were poor for all intents and purposes. We were young. We were dumb. Like I said, we were learning each other and how to communicate. And we were severely depressed. I can say that. And one thing that bridged us together was video games. And I know it sounds crazy, but, it saved our relationship in more ways than one, because it allowed us a safe outlet to get rid of our anger, and it also helped keep us together and allow communication when otherwise it would have faltered. You got to understand, we didn't really have good representations of communications in our household, and having had a kid so young and not really experienced dating or what you like and what you don't, and having to figure that out together, it got quite hard. And this was our very first apartment that we had together because, before we had our apartment, we had lived with his mom and we had lived with my mom. And, of course, you have other family members living in the house. So, yeah, you're getting to know one another, but not in the same regard that you would when it's just you and that other person. And we used to play video games often, specifically Call of Duty. And it is still one of our favorite games to play together to this day. But yeah, so I remember the very first time playing it, I was super scared, super nervous because he, was experienced. He had known how to play it. And one day he just decided, to teach me. He was like, do you want to learn how to play? And things were kind of bad in our relationship. So I was like, sure, why not? Bored, don't really have anything else to do outside of work. So yeah, why not? And I was so nervous, guys. My husband is very competitive, just like I am. And during this time, he was playing online and he was ranked. So I didn't want to fuck that up. But I also wanted to learn how to play because it looked super fun. And I felt like, I was missing out on something. So he was like, do you want to learn how to play? I was like, sure. So, he looked at me with this look in his eyes I had never seen before. Well, I had seen it when he looked at other people, like that when he was being competitive, but not to me. He had never looked at me like that. And he was almost in a way to say, I'm going to teach you this, but don't screw it up. And so, I take the controller. He teaches me the buttons and the analogs and what they mean and the triggers and how to shoot and how to navigate. He taught me, the objective of the games and the maps and all that stuff. And if you're a COD fan, there's multiplayer and you also know that there's zombies. And I believe it was Black Ops 1 or 2 at this time. I'll put it here once I, find out. And there were so many different maps to learn. And after a few hours of screwing it up and, getting killed and all of that, I felt comfortable enough. I think I want to try online because, he was teaching me on local, which is, just you and the other person. It's just 2-player. But after a few hours, I thought, I think I was ready to dive in and learn how to play online, which means with other players that are not on your console or in your party. So guys, I was super nervous because like I said, he was ranked at this time and, I was so confident. And like I said, I'm competitive. Yeah, I'm going to be able to do this. No problem. And that was not the case. That was not the case at all. I kept dying. And it was after so many times of them trying to revive me, they just gave up. The other players just gave up. They were don't know if this is a newbie, don't know if they're, not playing or if they're not doing it on purpose, but y'all, they quit on us and they quit on us quick. And so I was getting upset because I'm God, here I was thinking I was super confident. Here I was thinking yo, I'm going to rock this out. And I kept dying. And so we went back to playing local for an hour because he's like, okay, you're kind of embarrassing us. You got to get it together. The goal is to not go down. Don't let the zombies kill you because the further along you get, the more points you get, the higher your ranking, whatever, right? So I'm cool. Couple hours later, about an hour later, we decided to go back in our online and I'm doing good. We get up to round 10. More zombies is coming. The 2 other players online are still hanging in there with us. And we doing real good. I'm talking about real good. And then fast forward to a few months later, get my income tax, get another console, put it in the living room. I'm a pro at this point, and I'm addicted. When I'm not at work and I'm not playing with the kids, we on the game. Super addicted, super fun. So then we started to play against each other. Okay, he'd be in the bedroom, I'd be in the living room, and instead of playing together versus other people, we'd play against each other and other people, right? Because like I said, we competitive. At this point, the student has surpassed the teacher, and I know this. And he oh, you got all that mouth. Well, we about to see if you can back it up. And I had got so scared. And then it happened. We in the middle of playing. I'm doing real good. I'm talking about like real good. Having a grand old time, endorphins flying high. And then he comes out of nowhere and he shot me. And I was like, is this real? Did he just hit me? I mean, I know we were like playing against each other, but we were 13 rounds in and hadn't even tried to kill each other. So I felt a little betrayed. My heart broke a little bit as I laid there and just bled out. And then nobody come to save me. And I was like, dang, does anybody care? You know, I'm just sitting here dying. Does nobody care? Meanwhile, his player just standing there looking at me. And I can hear him from the other room yelling like, you sure you want to continue? You sure you want more of this? Because if you get up, I'm going to beat you again. I had a moment of reflection, and I was like, is this what it's going to be like for the rest of my life? Am I going to have to listen to his ass complain to me? Be so broadest and confident and whooping my ass all the time? Am I going to have to endure this for the rest of my life? And I decided that I was a survivor and I wasn't going to lay there and be a victim. So I bled out. But when I respawned in the next round, let's just say they don't call me Exo Zombie Messiah for nothing. Not only did I get up and fight back. Yeah, I hit him back. You damn right I hit him back. And not only did I hit him back, but I hit him again and again until it felt good. Until I decided that I was no longer going to take it. And then, I won the match. Most kills. Most accuracy. Ranked. I became prestige, and if you're a COD player, you know what that means. I became prestige in a matter of 2 days. 2. And when he'd sleep, I'd play. Because I decided that I was a conqueror, that I was a champion, and I wasn't going to let him beat me anymore. No. Still to this day, he won't admit it, but I'm better than him at Call of Duty. Ask anybody who play with us. They know I'm better than him. When we went for my sister-in-law's boyfriend's birthday, which, by the way, y'all can check out that video. The link will be in the description box down below. When we went to play real life zombies, like on the VR, Lil Slime won. Check my record. Speak for itself. I'm a girl who game. Now, I'm not ungrateful, y'all. I'm super thankful to my husband for introducing me to my favorite game ever, outside of The Sims. But he know not to play with me no more. He know not to come at me crazy. Now, I would like to say that was the last time that he beat me. But it wasn't. And sometimes, still to this day, he'll beat me. But that's okay. Because I always come back and beat him even harder. So, anyway, that's just my little story time. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you've made it all the way to the end of the video and you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you are doing. Continue to support your girl and consider subscribing. Like this video if you haven't done already. And don't be a stranger. If you would like to hear more story times like this, leave a comment down below. And then until next video, be good to yourself, be good to others. Bye.
Subscribe to Mommy's channel.
Say like the video.
Like the video.
Share the video.
Share the video.
Say thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.